This episode is sponsored by Envato Elements. Okay, I don't know how to start this. First, what I want to say is huge thank you all for supporting this channel. On Monday we reached 500,000 subscribers, so it's enormous amount of people subscribed to this channel. I'm so happy. Also so thankful for all you guys who are supporting this channel, who are following my videos, and I'm really happy to get feedback from you guys that you appreciate this content and that you actually learn something. I got messages from a bunch of universities around the world that people are watching my tutorials in their classes. I got so many feedbacks that a lot of people created their jobs based on my tutorials and do some things because they learn in my tutorials. I'm so happy for all these kind of messages that I got, that all this effort that I'm putting in my videos, which is not easy at all, is actually a positive thing that you are having something good out of that. So one more time, huge thank you for 500,000 subscribers. Now let's go to the next step. Let's create this journey together. Let's learn new things together, and let's have fun together. Right guys, so wait, I almost forgot to tell you what we will do together. So in today's video, you will learn how to create one really cool, interesting, and a little bit crazy photo manipulation. How to customize your helmet to be basically like an extension of your head. So basically this photo that you can see here on the screen. So this is something that you will learn how to do it. And this idea came from you guys. This is not my idea at all. Actually, this is some commercial that is already made, I don't know how long ago, but one of you guys sent me that on Instagram and asked me if I can show it how it's done. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy, so I said why not, let me teach you how to do it. There are a few tricks that you need to know, and it's really cool commercial. The idea, the message behind that is that, and it said, let me just read it to you, an open buckle helmet is not helmet at all. So if you don't buckle up your helmet, it's basically like you don't having a helmet. If you fall down, you can fall on your head. So this is why the helmet is basically representing the extension of your head, like your bigger head. So that's it. So without further ado, let's jump straight into Photoshop and let the fun begin. Right guys, so we're here in Photoshop, and you know this guy, it's a familiar guy from YouTube. So I took a self-portrait for that, and I'm just pointing at my helmet that I will put it on. If I had a helmet, that kind of helmet, I would take a photo without a helmet and take a photo with a helmet, and then it would be much easier to combine everything together. But because I didn't have any kind of helmet like that, I went to Envato Elements and I got this helmet. This is a 3D model, and it's pretty cool because you can position it to any position that you need. So I think I downloaded this position right here, and you can download as PSD or PNG with the shadow, without the shadow. So with the PSD you can just separate the shadow from the helmet. If you don't need the shadow, you don't want to go inside and select everything and just remove the shadow. So it's really cool. And Envato Elements is the sponsor for today's episode, and I'm sure that now in this point of time, a lot of you guys already know that Envato Elements is one of the places to go for me if I want to grab some stock photos for my photo manipulation. They have millions of stock photos, stock videos, audio files, sound effects. Also my favorite part, they have a bunch of really cool 3D models, and they're updating their 3D model base constantly, so that's really cool. And with the 3D models you can rotate them and position them however you want, however is the best for the photo manipulation you're doing. So that's really cool. And also you have unlimited downloads, so you're not limited in the number of assets you can download, and all the assets are licensed, so you don't need to worry about that. And also what is really cool, they're pretty affordable. The annual plan is just $16.5 per month, and for that you can do whatever you want, download as many assets as you need. Right guys, so if you want to check out Envato Elements, follow the link down there in the description and enjoy amazing content there. Right now let's go back to the Photoshop, and so I got a helmet here, it's right there. And what I like to do is first to, as you can see, lower the opacity of the helmet and position it where I think it's pretty cool. So something like this is nice. And before that, what I did here, let me just show you. I just made a mask of myself here. Why? Well, I have two photos actually. Why two photos? This is something that you don't need to do. but if you want, you can. I use one for facial expression for the main facial expression of myself, and another photo that I will use just for the helmet part. You don't need to do it like that. Everything can be done from one photo because the eyes and the face are not visible. You're basically using this part of the head. So it's cool however you want. And why I extracted out of the background? Well, because I have then full control over the, let me just bring it a little bit up here, over the background color. So as you can see, I can set this however I want. We will do that later. And now let's just add a helmet. It's really easy. So what I want to do is to add a layer mask, and then I will use this mask that I already created. So let me show you for the guys who are new. You can go with quick selection tool, just hop up, and whoop, we are done. Everything is masked, yeah, perfect. Create the mask and that's it. But also there are some things that you need to refine around the hair, etc. But that's not the point of this tutorial. So I will go right here, Control or Command click to load this as a selection. And of course, I need to bring back my face. So in order to do that, I will go right there and paint with black color over here to reveal some parts. So where is my eye? Oh, it's here. So I will use a little bit harder brush like that and just paint. And what is really important here to take care of is this edge right there, because this is where your head will go inside. So you want to really nicely make this transition here. You don't want to go over. And I'm now rushing a little bit, but there are a few ways how you can do it. One way is just to go with the brush tool and slowly go around and brush everything. Another way is to use a pen tool and quickly make the path and turn it into a selection and do everything like that. So I will quickly finish with the brush tool, and I don't need this selection anymore, and I can deselect, Control or Command D, and I will just do this and we can go to our next step. Okay, so this is it. I think it's pretty cool. So without helmet, with a helmet, not bad. And I just erase everything here except this part. So where it is? So this part should be, you cannot leave it here because that's the back of the helmet and you need to put it behind anything that is going behind your head. So that's cool. And now the next idea is to just go and do what? Well, to place your part of your head up here and to merge it with the helmet. So it's really easy. So how to do it? I will use this photo right there, put it all above it, and quick selection tool, and just quickly select this, and that's it. I will Control or Command J and I will delete this because I don't need it. And now I will just make it a bit bigger. Actually, I will first refine this, and give me a few seconds to refine this and I will come back. Okay, so this is it. I refined it a little bit around the hair, and that's it, because this part right here will be deleted. We don't need it anymore, and I turn it into smart object. So I will go with Control or Command T and just make it bigger to fit more than a helmet. So let's lower the opacity. Let's see, that's pretty decent. Okay, let's press enter. And now what we can do, we can actually lower the opacity. Okay, and see if this is cool. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. So I will go and clip it to the helmet. So just hold Alt or Option key, go in between two layers, clip it, and this looks cool but crazy. So we need to play with this. So what I like to do, I like to make a copy of this layer, Control or Command J, and move it all the way back here for now. This will be a backup, and actually another part that we'll put there, but just for now it will be here. And let's create a layer mask. And again, we need to do some masking. So I will lower the opacity just to show what we need to mask out, and then I will do it. So this part right there with the brush and black color, we need to mask out everything here, obviously. So this and this and this and this and this, I will do it nicely, but just for now to show what we will do. So all this, and also these buckles here for the sunshade part. Maybe this, we'll see. And that's basically it. So let's bring back the opacity. You can see already start to look like a helmet with my head texture, so it's crazy, but we will get there. And now I will just fast forward this. Actually, I will just refine these edges, and here I am back in a second. Okay, so this is it. This is how it looks. So before and after, we have it right there. And now what I want to do here, guys, is you can see this part of the helmet is not populated with my hair, for example, because my head is that kind of shape, and probably I should do this from a little bit more frontal angle, not so aside, but okay, it's pretty okay. There is a fix. So what we can do, we can create a new layer, clip it, let's see, clip it to effect only this, and let's name this fix for the head. So I will go with the stamp, clone stamp tool, alter options, sample this, and let's see what we'll have. We'll have this really cool effect right there. I will go again with this on the side, and probably this right here. Okay, and then we need to create a layer mask, and again just erase this extra part. Okay, so this looks pretty bizarre, but it's cool in the same way. So now let's add the rest of my hair above. So how to do that? Well, this will come handy here. I will go behind the helmet, right? And this looks really nice. And what I like to do, I want to create a black layer mask by holding Alt or Option key, and that's it. So now I will just go right there and bring my original hair in. So this is really cool. Okay, we need the buckle here and that part. So I will go back to Envato elements, download something. And by something, I mean this right here. And I will use just this part right there. So this angle. And this is it. Here we have it in Photoshop. And I already did layer mask. So you can see I made a mess here. But basically what I did, I just erased everything except this part right there. And I didn't do it quite right, so I need to do some refining here. Okay, but it's pretty straight and easy. You can just click on the helmet, like this layer mask here, and use it to do some cleaning. I pretty much like it, so now it's time to do some shadowing. So let's go to my face, original face right there, and I will go with exposure adjustment layer and clip it to effect only my face, but I don't need to do it because I'm just painting right there. So that's one way to do it. Okay, let's do another way because I'm always doing this way. So let's create a new layer, put it in multiply blending mode, sample some tone here of the skin, dark tone, this, and let's see. Not bad. We can make it less saturated, a little bit darker, like that, and name it shadow. And now, what should we do? We can use pretty soft brush and just go right there. Just add a little bit of the shadow here. Also here. So we can do a lot of things here, guys. It's just up to your personal preference, what you want to do here. So maybe more shadow here, and maybe no, shadow doesn't need to be here. I'm joking. So that's it. Maybe a little bit different color, maybe like this tone. So I need to play with this and see how it looks. So not bad. Let's see before and after. It's pretty decent. We can add a layer mask and maybe just remove a little bit if you want, or add even more, etc. But I don't want to waste your time for this. This is really nice. We can also add some more dodge and burn on the head, but let me show you one really cool trick. Where is our helmet? It's right here. So helmet, we will make a copy of it, put it all the way here, turn it into black and white, Shift Control U or Shift Command U like this, and clip it to effect. Let's see if I put it right there and put it into linear dodge blending mode. It's really cool. So see before and after, really cool shading here. But then we need to fix this part. It's really easy. So we just need to name these layers better. So this is hair copy. Okay, and we need to create empty layer, clip it to effect only that, put it in the same blending mode that we did with helmet here, and this is helmet lightness, or how to say helmet dodge and burn, dodge, and this is not end, it's end of my tutorial, dodge and burn. All right, something like that. And this is same dodge and burn. Okay, and we need to put in the same blending mode. So this is in soft light, so we need to put this in the soft light and just go with white color here, why not? And really nicely with the soft brush, just brush a little bit of this. So we can do that. That's one way. Not bad. We will see when I change the background. See, we can fix this a little bit differently. That's one way. So one way. Another way is to just go to the helmet dodge and burn here and hide this fix and just remove this. Maybe this is a more elegant way for the hair here. Okay. And for this transition, I'm pretty much happy with this. All right, and now let's make this a little bit more interesting by changing some colors. So colors are everything. If you nail the colors, everything will look better. So let me show you what I mean by that. First of all, we have this guy out of the background, and we just have a helmet here with shadows and everything. So we can change the background color. And that's one way what we can change. Another thing is that actually we can go right here and go with hue and saturation and change the jacket color. So I will do that pretty quickly. So I will just clip it to effect only this guy. I will go on colorize and I will use this red tone, something like this. And now I will fast forward this. And what I will do, I will just invert, Control Command I, invert the layer mask and just paint with white and a little bit harder brush all over the jacket, and the zipper I will leave out the zipper. So let's do this and let's fast forward it. Okay, so this is it. As you can see, I just use the jacket, and also I want to add a little bit more contrast here. So I will go with the curves and clip it to effect only that and use the same layer mask. I'm holding Alt or Option key just to make a copy of that layer mask and go right there and just add a little bit of the contrast. So, oh, really nice. Really nice contrast of the jacket. And that's first thing. So it's a little bit better than this. Not bad. Yeah. Now let's make the background color. And for the background color, we will use complementary color of the jacket. So complementary color is the opposite color on the color wheel. So that means that the angle between these two colors is 180 degrees, and that's really important, and I will show you now why and how you can easily decide what is complementary color of any color in Photoshop. Before, in earlier version of Photoshop, there was a color wheel implemented as an extension. I don't know why they decided to remove it. It was such a useful tool. Now you can go to some websites like Paletton or some other color scheme designer, something like that, and then you can see that. I talk about that in one of my earlier videos, but here I will show you how you can do that in Photoshop. So basically we need to change this color into some other tone. So we have a red color here, and we can sample this red tone, okay? And it looks pretty good, all right? This is really cool if you have monochromatic colors and just basically almost one color. But here, the hue, we need to change the hue here, and the hue is 0. And I said the difference between the angles is 180 degrees, and 0 plus 180 is 180. So we just need to type here 180, and voila, that's it. We have it. It's really cool. Also, we can just play with some saturation and brightness, etc. But this is it, and I want to make it even better. So to do that, I will go with the, for example, exposure adjustment layer, make everything darker. Okay, darker version of that tone. And now I'll use the layer mask and go with this elliptical marquee tool, hold shift and just put a spotlight right there, okay? And fill this with a black. Okay. deselect, and this is it. We have a spotlight behind, but it's too harsh, so I will just soften it. So there are a few ways to do it. You can use a blur, Gaussian blur or whatever, but there is more elegant way to do it. Just double click here on the layer mask and feather it. So you can here choose the feather, and you can always go back if you want this kind of spotlight. So we can feather it a lot, we can feather it less, whatever you want. And also one really cool thing is that if you unlink this, you can move the layer mask, and one really crazy icon is up there for one of softwares, but it doesn't matter. So you can move this and position it anywhere you want. So I want it to be here, maybe a little bit. You can nudge it with the arrows also. So maybe like this. What do you think? But no, I will go a little bit down. And Control or Command T, you can make it bigger or smaller. So that's another cool thing. And I'm pretty much happy with this. So the next thing that we can do is just to do a final color grading, but it's pretty cool. Also, you can play with the helmet. So where is the helmet? Let's clean up a few things. So everything here, Control or Command G, everything here is the helmet part, and we can also include the shadow inside. Let's say this is pretty cool. And also the buckle here, this can be in the helmet. Yeah, this is helmet. That's pretty cool. So this is without, this is with the helmet. Really crazy idea, but I think it's pretty cool also. And what you can do, you can go all the way here and use curves and maybe clip it only to the helmet and just make everything more like this or whatever. I'm just showing you the possibilities that you can do a lot of crazy things. Also, you don't need to use curves. You can just go with maybe hue and saturation and put at the top of everything. And also you can change the color of it. You can colorize everything into some tone. For example, you want red kind of helmet, and add a contrast to have a little bit more contrast here or whatever. So these are just ideas that I'm throwing up to you to see what you can do, what is possible. But I think this is pretty cool. I will just crop it in 16:9, a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Right there. And also we can merge everything together, Shift Control Alt T, Shift Command Option in a Mac. We can go to Filter, Camera Filter, and just finalize it there. So this is it. We can go to Basic, we can add a little bit more clarity, a little bit more texture. We can go with the contrast and open shadows a bit. And also let's add even more vignetting right there. So let's feather this too, like that. And we can go and sharpen everything a bit. Let's see the mask here, like that. So yeah, this is it. Press OK, wait for a few seconds, and this is before and after. I pretty much like it. It's really cool and crazy idea. You can do whatever you want with this. And also, as I already said at the beginning, you don't need to use this just as an idea, just to put your own head, like that commercial, that photo manipulation commercial that was for that project. But an open buckle helmet is not a helmet at all. So you can put some kind of a city here, or you can put some kind of a forest or whatever. It's a really cool idea that you can build up on the helmet, and it's much easier if you have a helmet and take a photo of the helmet. If you don't have that, Envato Elements got you covered, because you can download some 3D models and position it however you want and enjoy that as a photo manipulation. Alright guys, that's it for today. I really hope that you got inspired from this tutorial. It was maybe a little bit longer than I thought, but I taught you step by step how to do this. If you like it, press that like button, share it with your friends, you know the drill, and press that like button, not the like button, the bell button. I got totally crazy today, so subscribe, press that bell button, and see you next time in my next episode. Bye bye.